Welcome back to American Truck Simulator. We're got a waypoint set. We're going to do a job in. Well, let's just go. It'll tell us once we get going. It's a power generator. We're going somewhere in Wyoming. We've got to pick it up first. The truck is all fueled up, all repaired, so we can just get going and boogie. It's 4:14 in game time, so we're doing all right there because we were at night originally, and I couldn't see us doing a night stream. It's one thing to start out. Start out the whole thing in the dark. I don't drive well in the dark, as you can see, because we are now lost. Yeah, we're supposed to be in the roundabout. That's where we're supposed to be, and I drove back into the place where we were. That just tells you I should not be driving at night. Anyway, it's a power generator or something like that. It's not going very far, so it'll be a normal size run for us. In other words, it won't be too long, won't be too short. We got 21 miles till we pick this up, so it should be about close to daytime. We should still start seeing the light come up a little bit. And it looks like we got a left up here. The light's already starting to pop up for us, so we're doing all right. Been a while since I've been in this game. I've been doing so much of the GTA Definitive Edition. I got a couple of games I'm juggling there. So, you know, we were going to do an ATS in between some of that, but I got to a point where I kind of forgot about it. And then finally I just said, you know what, screw it, we're doing it. Yeah, we had to do some juggling there. I wasn't able even to put my turn signal on, but we whipped it right through that.
Keep right, and then turn right. Turn right. Get ready to turn left. Turn left.
I think this is a four-way stop. Yeah, it is.
Turn left. Finally, we're here.
Freight market. Yeah, this is the one we're taking.
Let's get this job done.
Let's take a left, and then we'll do a J turn and get in there. And Sometimes we forget how much of a turning radius we have with these rigs. At least I forgot. Yeah. Not lined up at all correctly. I hate backing up like this. I like to do it legit, but sometimes I just can't do it for whatever reason. And it's one of those days. So it's 289 miles. We're going from Butte, Montana to Pocatello, Indiana. Pocatello, I guess. Anyway, it's for $6,000. Should be enough to, should be good enough for us to cover our expenses. Maybe make us a profit.
Turn right.
So Idaho, Pocatello, Idaho. I think I said Indiana. Oh, why the hell I said that? They don't even have Indiana yet, I don't believe.
Get ready to turn right. Turn right.
Jesus. I don't understand why the hell he stopped for so long.
Turn left.
So I officially have 190 hours on this game. It's insane. But it's not surprising with all the hours of content that I have on it. I mean, I'm talking
Go straight.
100, this is, I think, I don't know, we're up to 170, I think,
Keep right.
episodes.
And then turn right.
Come a long way. Very much so.
Turn right.
I mean, we first started out this game driving around with a controller, which I got pretty good at it. It's not really a long trailer at any rate, but I think we need to be over here. We got a way station coming up, or I guess not. I was going to say this is not even a heavy load at all. This is a piece of cake. Yeah, when we first started playing this, we had a controller, we were doing all things like that,
Keep left.
and it was very frustrating to have a controller and use the keyboard, mouse and all that. We upgraded to a wheel, and it's been a lot easier since. The wheel does present challenges at times, because the challenge is, if you're driving with the wheel, theoretically you should be much better than a controller. Well, that's not always the case.
Keep right. Then exit right. Exit right.
Yeah, I find myself wanting to do more of these, but have them be less mileage runs, because it makes it so I can put more video out, for one. I can put more content out if I've got a video that's a half hour as opposed to 45 minutes or so. So that's why you may be seeing them get less. And it's easier for you guys that watch them because you're not having to sit through something that's 45 minutes. And I try to make sure every one of these videos is during the day as much as we possibly can. Right now, sun's coming up, and so I mean it started out real early, but that way you can get to see the scenery. But this one's probably looking like it'll be a shorter episode, actually, come to think about it. And I don't ever recall going to this town that we're headed to drop this off, Pocatello or whatever it's called, Idaho. I don't think we've ever been there. We'll give you the drone footage. It gives you more of the view of the overlay of the land and everything, so that's kind of one of the reasons I do it. And some of the trucking people like to actually drive like this, believe it or not. This is the way I like, personally, but to each his own. It's harder to drive when you're in the drone footage mode. Yeah, this looks like this video is probably going to be under a half hour, which is fine with me, because it looks, thus far, it looks like interstate mostly, which is fine with me. Let's see if I can get myself the cruise set. Maybe we'll get it up about 65. Okay, I think we finally got it locked in. Whoa. That's one of the reasons I don't care to do the overhead view, is the truck drifts a lot more easily. Of course, when you're in this mode and you take a drink or anything else, or move your head radically, the screen wigs out. So it's kind of a damned if you do, damned if you don't. Starting to finally get some miles on this truck, this Western Star 57X. It's actually a pretty decent truck. I like the digital readout on it. I like the GPS, although I always have this other dingling box there. If the GPS on the dash actually tells you how many miles you have remaining, I would probably get rid of that information box to the lower right. at least this time we actually got everything all set up prior to jumping in here, because last couple of times we just drove the truck, if I remember right. We had repairs that had to be done on it. Either it wasn't full of fuel and all of these things. But after the last episode, I think we set it up so I could rest. Put it in a place where I could repair, rest, and fuel all at the same time. And that's where we left from. So once in a while I get everything right. Oh my gosh. Thinking about changing the paint scheme of this truck. I do like the American Bald Eagle and all that stuff, but I think it's kind of ran its course. It's trying to see what else is out there. So maybe we'll do that after the recording's all done. I know for a while I was promising 2 videos of ATS a week, but I don't know, I think one is probably where we'll be at. And that's one every once in a while. One a week, maybe, possibly. But I've got so many other things I'm juggling, so we'll see. If people want more of it, it comes in the form of the views. If I don't get many views on it, then it's kind of not a priority. I'm getting more views on the GTA content than I am ATS, unfortunately. But as any YouTuber, video content creator, whatever, you at the end of the day you got to adjust. And if people want more of that, that's what we put more on, put more of out. Yeah, I kind of figured they'd have us bypass the way station because we really aren't hauling much of anything. It's just a generator. It's not like we're going to be overweight with that. Not even close. It's almost as close as bobtailing, not hauling anything at all, practically. So, that being said, if the views pick up on ATS, where I'm getting serious amounts of views on them, obviously we'll bring it back. I'm considering bringing, doing some live over in Twitch with ATS and porting those over to YouTube, and just to play around to see if Twitch is something viable for something like this, because YouTube's hit or miss on the streaming. It's one of those things where I stream, and the problem is too is I don't really plan anything out, and that's my fault. But even when I announced stuff out ahead of time, I wasn't getting views. So I mean, it is my fault, but at the same time it isn't. People have their own life and their own schedule, and they can't just put everything aside because I want to do a stupid stream of a dang video game. So we play around, and you know, at the end of the day, we will see what works. Try things differently, as we have since we started this whole journey. We're not going to pay for any more promotion. I mean, we did get some serious views out of these promotions we paid for, you know, 6 or 8 months ago, but those days are done. I thought that promotion would be enough to organically, from that, build something from there or whatever. But in hindsight, all it's done is just take my money. It gave me views, yes, but it really didn't do anything to build the channel up. So now going forth, it's all organic. We're going to build it from just the views we get from people, not pushing anything. It's not worth it. So unless we get more views on ATS, we're just going to stick with once in a while, once a week, once every 10 days, something like that. And we'll continue with GTA Online. We'll continue with Vice City and GTA 3. And when those are finished, we'll bring in San Andreas into the fold. So all of those games will be finished. I am still trying to get Red Dead Redemption 2 to finish. I've been doing side quests with that. We had an episode where we went for quite a while and we got quite a bit done. I want to finish that little side quest we did and then try to do that mission again where the game crashes, and hopefully we're successful in getting past that, because once we get past that mission, I think the rest of the game will be playable, I hope. But we're going to have to wait and see. Anyway, we're at less than 50 miles before we got to drop this off, so we'll wait and see. I'm still going to keep the ATS recording like I am now. I'm just toying with the idea of doing maybe a live stream once in a while over on Twitch just to see how it works over there, see if there's any traction. But like I said, I'm not just, thinking about it. I thought about this last year and I still never went with it. I prefer the recording part of it. I think the live stream stuff is great for certain things. I love doing GTA Online. I probably should pick Twitch as the one that I do the online part of it maybe, and see how it goes from there. I can always port it back over to YouTube after. YouTube is strange with the way they evaluate things. I've gotten views on my live stream, and then I go into where it calculates how many people viewed your video, and it'll say nobody viewed it.
Right.
And during the video, I'm getting people popping in and occasionally saying hi or what have you. So it's just strange. I know YouTube is full of bots like Twitter, but it's like, really? Just about there. Our drivers are bringing in some serious cash.
Then turn left.
Apparently we've never been here
Turn
before.
left.
Oh, Pocatello, we discovered that. Cool. Because I'm saying I don't think I've ever been here.
Get ready to turn left.
And I was right.
Turn left.
No, it's a house being built.
This is where it ends.
No, we're not doing that. It gives you a lot of points, but it'll take me 3 fucking hours. Not bad. 25 minutes. Base reward. Proficiency bonus. High value cargo bonus. Nice. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And we'll see you next time. Until then, have a good day.